Cactus. Let's go.
We've got your wrestling, matchups, rankings, defeats. We've got your takedowns, upsets. Who won it? Who got beat?
We're Mike, Jack, and Mike. We've got those controversial calls. Top ranked challengers, but most of all, it's the best wrestling talk you ever
I think
heard.
Joey Blaze has upset potential.
We are Cactus Wrestling.
It's the CYHAWK. It's the CYHAWK dual preview. I'm doing my best. Hyping up the show. Cactus Wrestling here. Jack, Mike, and Mike iPhone here. And
We're Mike, Jack, and Mike. We make the controversial call.
yeah, for those of you who like hating on the theme song, all I have to say to you guys, give it time. It's a stew. It
It's
gets
like
better over time.
stanza.
Well, you also,
Yeah.
you guys also have to realize that's not Jack singing. I don't know why someone think that. Like they're like, "Oh, Jack, like I hit it. You shouldn't sing." It's like it's not him. Like it's not anyone.
Yeah, it's not me either. It's not Mike.
It would sound so much worse if that was
If
me.
it was any of us.
We've recorded music together, and it would sound worse.
Yeah, we actually have.
Yes,
You don't want to hear those.
No, yeah.
We have a speak pipe message from Chris. Here we go.
What's up, Cactus Wrestling? My name's Chris, and I'm from Washington State. I'm a huge fan. I've been a listener to the show for almost a year now, since probably the 2025 NCAAs. But what I want to bring up is being from a state that doesn't even have a D1 college wrestling team to root for, it's been a little frustrating. But seeing that the Big Ten is expanding, it's adding new schools, including the University of Washington, the same school that produced Larry Owings and beat Dan Gable, it really got me thinking. With the conference shakeups and the Big Ten adding schools without wrestling teams, what do you think are the chances of new college wrestling programs starting up, or maybe even new ones making like a comeback? Personally, I feel like this could spark some momentum for wrestling in general, especially in Washington and the Pacific Northwest, as really all we have is Oregon State in our region. And I think it just might make things more interesting. I mean, I respect what Penn State has built, but they've been winning everything for years now. And I think adding wrestling to these new Big Ten teams can finally spark some momentum for wrestling and maybe shake up the balance of power a bit. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate what you guys do. Peace.
Peace, Chris.
There's new teams like almost every year that pop up. Like Bellarmine, like a few years ago, wasn't even a team.
Morgan State.
Even Little Rock, that they've been around for what, 5 years? Not even.
Yeah.
Meteoric rise of Little Rock. I mean, they haven't been around that long. Like, so could Washington State or Washington University have a team? I'd love to see it. Especially it adds depth to the Big Ten.
I don't know if it adds depth to the Big Ten though, because you
Well.
think about the Big Ten and like, Michigan State, Northwestern, Indiana. I mean, those teams really don't stack up compared to like none of those teams are ever really in the top 30. I mean, they have been in the past, but of recent years, they haven't been near the top. So I don't know if Washington has like the talent pool. It's more curious to me that like California, which is a great wrestling state, only has what like Stanford, Cal Baptist, Cal Poly, and
CSU.
Bakersfield.
Yeah.
I think that's it. There's only 4 in California. West Coast wrestling, it's just not like a
It's not like-
prominent.
They're very chill in the West Coast, and I think that's like it. I don't know. Wrestling just doesn't seem to be take off there.
I did a Spartan race near Seattle, and I was wearing the Cactus shorts as I went to the race because that's what I race in. And the first guy I saw, I was like, "Oh, where are you guys at? What club is that? Or where are you guys out of?" It was a wrestler.
Oh.
Guy. So there's wrestling in Washington. Don't be doubting them. They got it.
I didn't
how
know.
much.
Chris just let me know. He put it on blast.
Chris, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be interesting. I mean, like we've always talked about like SEC adding wrestling, like Georgia, Clemson, like all those big football schools. I mean, I get why
Pacific
they don't get it
Northwest.
because wrestling doesn't bring in the same amount of money unless you're like Iowa or Penn State. But I don't know. I just my initial reaction is like I feel like there's already so many Big Ten schools that aren't even competitive
Well,
and can't keep
it's
up.
already a part of the Big Ten, so it's just a matter of them starting a wrestling team.
Well, then the other thing is then they'd have to add for Title IX, they'd have to add equal amount of women. So
Well,
it's not as simple as just
that's
adding a program.
I think they should go a whole different direction with this. They should add a women's team first.
Yeah.
So West Coast
Mm.
is the mecca for women. California,
Yeah.
especially, all the top wrestlers in the world, U.S. mostly, I guess, come from California. I mean, that's where they all start because that was one of the first states to really have women's wrestling. It's right there. I would say it solves the Title IX issue. It solves kind of the Big Ten competition schedule issue. And I mean, women's wrestling is such a fast growing movement
Oh
that
yeah.
I would love to see a West Coast dedicated team, you know, in Oregon, I mean, in Washington, wrestling against Iowa, like Iowa's women's team, because right now Iowa's women's team is just steamrolling everybody. So I think that'd be more the better way to grow wrestling in Washington State would be to start a women's team.
Hmm.
So.
Fair.
So, Chris, we appreciate the call. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, West Coast gets some traction. I actually like that idea with the women adding it first because we've seen a lot of
There's always
women's programs being
women's
added.
programs popping up like crazy.
Yeah, and the wrestle like a girl movement is so big. I mean, we have so many shirts from our youth program for years of, it says wrestle like a girl. I mean, my wife's closet is filled with different years of them. It's such a big movement that I think Washington could really capitalize on that, and it'd be a great way to get increased social media, sell team merch, boost awareness, and then from there grow a men's program. It wouldn't be the usual route, but I think would work out really well given where they are in the nation.
Yeah. We have one more speak pipe message, and this will actually segue nicely into the video at hand, which is Iowa versus Iowa State. You know them, you love them. It's not Cam.
Yo, what's up, Cactus? It's Cam. Wanted to talk about my favorite wrestling NCAA Division One wrestling team. This time, I'm a big fan of Iowa. I've said it before, and I think I'm watching the overreacting to week 2 upsets right now, and Mike M made a good point of eventually when Jordan Williams drops down to 149 and we see everyone drop down. How plausible do you guys think? This is a genuine guy. How plausible do you guys think it's going to be for Iowa to perform a Nebraska shift where everyone just drops down like midway through the season? Like, do you think they fit Gabe Arnold in at 74, put Kennedy down at 65? They would have to figure out what, I think now that they have Indine, if they can just get him to finish shots, because he looked pretty good against Bellarmine, in my opinion. It was just the sense of if he finishes shots, he'll look even better. Like, he was in on 3-4 shots. The other kid, I don't really think he was in on that many shots. So I think if Indine finishes those shots, it's a different match completely. So I was kind of impressed with him, especially for it's his first match, D1, first match, and it's at Carver. But do you think the shift is plausible? And if it is plausible, do you think, where do you think that puts Iowa wrestling when it comes down to the national tournament? Where do you think they place?
Okay.
I mean,
Thought a lot about this.
They definitely would be better with Gabe Arnold instead of Voinovich.
Mm,
Voinovich at 57 is going to be at best a national qualifier.
Yeah,
Best.
even Jordan Williams at 57, get him out.
Oh yeah, Jordan Williams.
I think.
see,
again,
I don't think like after what we've seen so far
Or put Jordan
from
Williams down at
Kennedy,
49.
from Kennedy, from Caliendo, from I don't know if it makes sense at this point for them to drop.
It makes sense for Caliendo because then he could potentially win a title.
Caliendo at 57 over Jordan Williams. I would say Kennedy at 65 if he can make it.
I mean, Kennedy could make it. Are you kidding?
I don't think it's a lock for Caliendo to win a title at 57.
I don't think it's a lock, but I think
I
He's
think
got a better chance.
it's
But
57.
how many more points is that going to be at 57 versus
Well, you think about
65,
it.
where he's a
You got to
national
be gambling
finalist?
on Gabe Arnold scoring more points
Than
than
Pat.
their 49.
Yeah. No.
Rider blocks look good. I mean, Gabe Arnold, he doesn't really.
Put
I
Ryder
don't know.
block down to 41. Get rid of Nasir.
I would say what's funny is Nasir and Jordan, neither of them have looked amazing, and it's funny because like those are the big transfers.
Yeah.
I know these transfers.
I would say either try to find a way to get Nasir or Jordan Williams out of the lineup, and then if you could slide Gabe Arnold in there, I think they could score more points. But
And Gabe Arnold's even hinted he's going to be at a different weight class.
I mean, the only thing that why I don't see it happening is that Caliendo had a chance to wrestle 70 kilo, and he decided not to. And
That's
like,
because
okay.
maybe he didn't want to have his debut down at weight at freestyle.
But I think it's a lot easier to say, okay, I made this in a tournament that doesn't really affect anything for me. And
I mean, I get what you're saying, but
that way he makes it one time, he wrestles, he's like, oh wow, I actually felt pretty good at this weight. Versus, hey, I have to hold it now for half a season.
yeah.
I mean, I think because we didn't see that, I'm like, oh, maybe it's not happening.
If I'm Caliendo and I just lost to someone that wasn't Mitchell Messenbrink, part of me's got to be thinking maybe I should go down to 57.
But it's not his decision. It's the coach's decision.
That's true. It is the brand's bros. So,
all right, so let's say that they get this dream lineup in. Where do we see them at the national national championship?
well, we did have that one caller who thought,
Penn State was overrated mid.
Yeah, Penn State's overrated mid, and that Iowa could beat them.
Wait till he finds out about this weight, where they all switch weight classes.
Yeah.
I think I don't think it's going to change their placement at all. Like they might score a few more points, but it's not going to be enough to like jump them over.
Yeah.
For certainly not over Penn State, but
over
any other team that might be ahead of them.
I'd still say a ceiling of 2.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But
yeah.
So Cam, thanks for the call. We love it. All right, CYHAWK preview. Let's start at the top. 125, Dean Peterson versus Steve O'Poulin. And obviously, I don't have to say it, but I will. This is assuming that all the starters actually wrestle. So, Dean Peterson versus Steve O'Poulin. They might throw out Leo DeLuca. They have never wrestled, these two.
No, they have.
Yeah, Steve-O beat him. Steve-O lost.
Steve-O beat him at NCAAs last year.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right here.
Yeah.
Duh.
But Dean Peterson is Wrestle Stats pick.
6-5, yeah.
He's 0-1 against him, but he's got this.
Like I said, I don't really understand their formula. I'd love to know how they kind of figure out the numbers with these.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's because Dean Peterson's 22-8 against common opponents, whereas Steve-O's 21-10, and the head-to-head matchup counts for nothing. And this is at Iowa State. It's not at Carver.
That's gonna help Iowa State.
So yeah, I think that's gonna, because they're doing like Pack Hamilton or whatever it is, whatever the name of their place is. I'm picking Steve-O.
I think that's fair. I think I would put Steve-O.
Steve-O's returning All-American who has a 1-0 against him. I don't think it's going to be more than a decision, but I think Steve-O's got this.
Like I said, I'm still not sold on Dean Peterson. Maybe he does get better, but I still don't think he's necessarily like this All-American threat, especially not a national title threat that a lot of people have made him out to be. I mean, look, the dude's 2-time round of 12, 2-time national qualifier. And his biggest win so far was that he beat Troy Spratley. But then, he has an overtime match with Tyler Chappell. So, what are we doing here?
So clearly you're picking Dean, right?
Of course I'm picking Dean. No, I got 3 points going toward Iowa State. The question I guess for you guys is, if they do put Leo DeLuca out there, does this a point where Steve-O can maybe get bonus points, or do you still think it's going to be?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think Steve-O gets bonus points.
Guy.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if DeLuca upset Steve-O, but I would still
Whoa.
lean favor towards Steve-O.
Okay. Drake Ayala versus Evan Frost at
Well,
133
actually,
pounds.
Frost has yet to wrestle at 33.
Yeah, he's still making the descent down. So who's been the guy at 133 for Iowa State?
I don't actually remember offhand.
Well, they didn't wrestle at the national duels.
Um,
Is it
I
Garrett
mean,
Wright?
but in fairness, are we picking anyone over Drake Ayala?
like even if it is Evan Frost, it's unlikely that he beats Drake.
I mean, Evan Frost still lost him last year, 11-7. This time last year, 11-7.
Yeah,
Close match.
and it'll probably be a close-ish match, like
Iowa State's had
three.
one duel against Nebraska Kearney.
Yeah, and they won.
Yeah,
Big boy.
and they
Evan
wrestled
Frost wrestled 41.
Carter Pearson won 7-6 against Nebraska Kearney.
Yeah, that was
So
a true freshman, and if they send him out, that's going to be 6 points or minimum 5 for Drake. So hopefully
yeah,
Frost is going to be down to wait, and then it'll be make this
I don't think he
competitive.
will be for this. I mean, I don't think there's any urgency to get Frost down there yet.
I mean, you got to win the CYHAWK duel, though.
Yeah, he's got to win the CYHAWK duel. Maybe it's been the plan all along. We'll get you down to wait for the CYHAWK.
I mean, that kind of ruins our. Has Dresser commented on what the dual lineup is going to look like?
I haven't seen anything, but I'm sure people will let us know in the comments.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
When the video comes out 4 days later, then we have to refilm it.
Are
But
you serious? You didn't get the press conference that Dresser had with that
Rest of
one
that
interviewer?
happened 30 minutes before you posted this.
well, that was like last time ago. You guys don't even do your research. Dresser just said this. He goes, yeah, dude, we filmed this days ago.
Yeah,
I'm going to say major for Ayala.
Over Frost.
I'm gonna split the difference. If it's Frost out there, 3. If it's anyone else, it's a Tech. So I'm splitting the difference 4 points.
yeah, that's kind of that's what I said. Like if it's not Frost, then forget about it.
Big points pick up for Iowa.
Okay, Nasir Bailey versus Anthony Ekmandia.
Or Frost.
Or Frost.
Well, why would it? Okay,
Honestly, it doesn't matter who Iowa State throws out. If it's Etchemandia, Frost, or Frost, I think they'll beat Nasir.
Yeah, Nasir has not looked amazing, and
yeah.
Like,
funny is, Mendez made him quit, and it's like, okay, dude, like there's a chink in the armor right there. Like if you're gonna I mean, look, I know wrestling's tough. Division I wrestling's even tougher, but I don't know if you guys saw that interview that Mendez did afterward, where he talked about Nasir Bailey specifically.
No, I didn't.
No.
What do you say?
So he said, like, the dude constantly puts on Instagram and Twitter, BTA, that he's gonna put belt to ass to these guys. He goes, well, I went out there and I put belt to ass to him.
Ooh.
I was like, spicy Jesse Mendez.
there we go.
But
Maybe you should talk poorly about Jesse Mendez so that instead of Ohio State
yeah,
putting something about you, it's instead Jesse Mendez calling out Cactus.
but the fact that Ekamandia has kept Mendez to a pretty tight match is just shows that like he's a massive 141. He's so big, he's so strong. I think that he can mess up Nasir pretty well, who's coming up a weight and was not overly impressive last season. So
Yeah, no, I got three points for Iowa State.
Okay, so we got what, 6-4?
I almost
6-3 or 5.
I almost want to say that it's a major.
Really?
I mean, when he's at 41, he does great. Last time he was at 41, he took 5th at nationals. I mean, his bonus rate was only 58, 59%. But if he can get Nasir to quit on him, I could see bonus points here.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a single duel. I don't know that Nasir's
Yeah.
going to quit.
I mean, he did against Mendez in a single. Oh, well, that was a weekend. I mean, that duel itself was singular, but it was other duels.
That was the last match of the weekend.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I think when takedowns were 3 points and It's the CYHAWK duel, and if he has to make up for lost points because Evan
Yeah,
Frost,
but
out,
what if it's a Frost out there instead?
if it's Frost out there instead, decision.
But what if it's Frost out there instead?
If it's that Frost,
Okay, so we have 6-4 Iowa State. 149 Ryder Block versus
It's
Pinheiro
6-3
Johnson.
or 5.
Huh?
It's 6-3 or 5.
what the difference he was saying.
Oh, okay. So 6-4. Okay.
Yeah. Um, I think Pinheiro Johnson's going to lose to Ryder Block.
I was just about to say, I was like, I'm actually
No chance.
the upset.
Yeah, I'm picking Block with the upset here.
No way.
Ryder Blocks looked phenomenal.
He's looked really
Pinero's
good.
definitely gonna win.
When has Pinheiro ever been able to pull it together?
He can do it for a single duel.
But will he? You even said that they never get it done.
They don't.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
But that doesn't mean I'm gonna pick him to lose in a realistic matchup where I think
For the
Pinheiro
next
will
50
win.
years in the CYHAWK duel, Mike is going to choose Iowa State, saying, I called it. I called it that one year. Look at me, the best takes."
So Pinero's biggest win of the year so far is over
Jacob Frost.
I guess so, yeah. I don't know. It's just I feel like for years I've been like, oh man, Pinheiro looks so good just for him to not do well in the end of the season.
This is the beginning of the season.
I know,
This is
well,
when he's gonna do well.
That's it. Like he peaks in November.
Exactly. So Pinheiro's gonna win this match. And if it's Jacob Frost, I also think he'll win.
Ryder Block hater.
Yeah, I'm picking Block.
I'm going with Block.
Block's proven me to believe that he's not capable. So
Why? What has he done?
exactly.
What I meant, what has he done to not?
What has he done to make me think that he will?
He's had some good wins this year.
Eh.
You don't think so?
Ryder Block for Hodge? Question mark.
He beat Casey Swiderski, Josh Edmonds,
Casey Swiderski, who's got one win on the season.
Cade Brown. He lost to Ethan Styles 3-2. Like he's been in every match.
I'm not saying he won't be in the match. I'm saying he will not win the match.
Well, you're overruled. 3 points for Iowa. Huzzah!
Huzzah! 3
This
points.
is like when you guys picked Vincent Robinson to lose in the first round.
It all comes back to that.
But he still could just this season.
Don't act like you have crazy picks.
All my
you don't
picks-
have crazy picks.
Every pick I make is insane.
157.
So, do we think it's Zerbin's debut or do we think it's Jacob Frost?
Dude, you have Frost for like 4 weights.
Well, because one has never gotten down to 33 this season, and then Jacob Frost has wrestled at 49 and 57 this year. So, and he's probably trying to get. I mean, no, actually, he's not trying to get down to 41. So,
I don't know if we see Zerbin.
I think we see Jacob Frost.
Okay. I mean, both of them are pretty similar caliber guys. The question is, will we see Jordan Williams?
Who would be out? Oh, Voinovich. If it's honestly, I pick Iowa State here.
Yeah, I think Iowa State probably has the upper hand. Although I'm a lot higher on Jordan Williams than you guys. I know you guys said
Jordan Williams
look at
breaks though.
Jordan Williams is such a streaky wrestler though. Like he's so dangerous. He could pin. He could get a pin here.
Yeah, he won't.
He could.
He could, but he won't. I got Frost or Zerbin.
You got whoever Iowa State puts out.
Well, not whoever. If it's Frost or Zerbin, then they win. If it's neither of them, then well, if it's Jordan Williams, and Jordan Williams definitely going to beat anyone but those two. And it's Voinovich, then actually it could go either way.
Yeah, I would go with Iowa State here.
So at halfway through the duel, what do we got?
7 for Iowa and 9 for Iowa State.
Wow. Can Iowa State hang on? Probably not.
Caliendo versus Connor Uten. 12-7 match last year at the duel.
Or former Iowa wrestler who lost to Uton.
Yeah, he's going to be in there. Aiden Riggins.
Yeah, Riggins. No, Riggins ain't gonna.
Russell
10-5.
Yeah, 10-5.
WrestleStat thinks it'll be 10-5. Yeah, right. It'd be
They
20.
think 10-6 for Connor Newton. They're high on Iowa
Yeah, they're
State
higher
here.
on Uton. Well, they should be. Uton has been doing better.
I think Caliendo can get a major here.
I think a major for sure. I don't know if he could get a tech though. Maybe.
You have little faith.
Maybe a tech, but probably a major.
Yeah.
Unless this is where Caliendo takes his second loss of the year.
I think 4. Four's good.
All right. Iowa takes the lead.
11. No.
11-9.
11-9. Kennedy versus MJ Gaitan.
I think
Gaitan does not want
Gaitan.
this match.
Huh?
Gaitan
Wow, look at
does
this. They
not
wrestled
want-
2 years ago, and Kennedy won 14-13.
Yeah, because Kennedy broke him.
Yeah, it's like Gaitan does not want this match.
Oh no, wait. No. Kennedy got broke by Gaitan.
I think I remember the opposite. I think Gaitan got broke.
No. Kennedy came out and was up big. It was his first match that he'd been actually sent out for.
Yeah.
And Gaitan broke him and worked his way back and almost won, but didn't. There's no chance it's going to be that close. Gaitan's going to lose handedly.
Yeah, I mean, 2 years ago was a big difference. Like Gaitan's gonna get majored.
I don't know about majored. The matches I've seen from Kennedy this year, I don't know that I think that he'd major him, but I think he'll win handedly. Like,
I would say a major.
I mean,
well, if you two both say major, then it's
Kennedy majored Augustine. That was like last week. And he's ranked similarly to what, Gaitan is. So I think it's totally possible.
I guess, yes.
15-9 Iowa.
It's all downhill from here.
Angelo Ferrari versus Isaac Dean.
1-1
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
overtime.
Sorry. Overtime. Overtime.
Overtime. Yeah. Ferrari is so frustrating because you're like, oh, well, like you could just score whenever you want. Why don't you do that more frequently?
Yeah. Well, that's what we were saying about Max too.
Yeah, but Max, I mean, at least Ferrari like got it done against Sinclair. Like again, probably one of the best sequences I've seen in a while. They were really scrapping. They were going at it. Neither guy was willing to concede or move through positions incredibly well. And I'm like, dude, well, if you could do that, why don't you do it more often? He goes, well, yeah, it's tiring. But I'm looking at Ferrari's got a 20% bonus rate, and they've wrestled. I mean, yeah, he's wrestled some tough guys, but he's also wrestled
Evan Bachman, former Iowa State wrestler.
Well, I was about to say, like, it's a tech over Bellarmine, ultimate tiebreaker over Sinclair, 7-3 over Chris Moore, 4-2 over Zach Ryder, and then an overtime win over Fishback. It's like, dude, like, not to say that those aren't crazy and tough opponents, but I did expect you to have maybe you do major Chris Moore, or maybe Dylan Fishback isn't an overtime match.
I mean, Isaac Dean's no slouch, so like I think that this will be a 1 to 2 point match.
It's definitely going to be a decision.
Yeah, but I don't think Dean's gonna pull it off. I mean, if he does, then 184 is a freaking.
I can't see this being more than a 4-point spread, and I think Dean keeps it close. But I also think Ferrari doesn't go after it.
Yeah,
right.
So we're going to 18-9 in favor of Iowa.
18-9. Massima and Dean versus Rocky Elam.
I mean, I know that he just beat Maxed Out, but I don't think he beats Rocky.
He's making a list.
Rocky's looked great this year.
He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice.
What you trying to say? Massima's the new Grim
No,
Reaper
because
here?
he said he was quoted. He said, "I'm just gonna keep adding to my list."
That's true.
He's the Santa Claus.
Yeah, but I
He's
I don't
Kanan.
see him beating Elam. I mean, if he beats Elam, then I would entertain that maybe he could take on Bar. But
No,
I don't know if we even gonna see Rocky Elam.
no.
why
He's gonna
wouldn't
be on a
we?
pitch count. Didn't Dresser
Yeah,
say he's gonna
like
be
they
on a
don't really.
pitch count?
Yeah, but
I
then they
don't
put
think
him in that first tournament.
Yeah, but how much did he actually wrestle in that?
He won like 4 or 5 matches.
Yeah, but like,
He got Tech Major. I think he got Tech
all
Major
right.
Major or
it was
So
three matches. It was three matches.
he
three.
won 8-0 over Nick Nosler, beat Cale Benny 13-2, and then in the finals wrestled Caden Carty, who's ranked 206th.
Yeah.
His toughest opponent was ranked 50.
It's sounding like the Black Knight Invitational, so
No, the Black Knight Invitational had several ranked wrestlers, and they didn't duck guys. I mean, come on. I don't think he's
I don't think we're gonna see Elam in this match, and I'm
why
gonna pick
wouldn't why?
because Dresser said in the beginning of the year he's gonna be on a pitch count.
Yeah,
This is
I don't
one
think
of his pitches.
I don't see it.
Why?
I just think that he's afraid of Massimo.
I mean,
Why would he be
he's-
afraid of Massimo? He's a 4-time All-American.
I mean, Mike, realistically, Rocky Elam, he's had 20. So this is his total match counts by season, including NCAAs. 20, 17, 30, and 19.
Okay.
He's already
at
got
3.
three this
Yeah, so he'll wrestle in the
season.
CYHAWK, and then he probably won't wrestle again until 2026.
I don't know.
This is the match to have it. It's at home.
Maybe.
Most definitely. They're not gonna bench this guy in the big duel that they have in the beginning of the year. Like, unless he's injured, there's no reason to bench him.
Well, he has been injured. That's his whole thing.
No, he hasn't. He wrestled in a tournament and has not had an injury.
I'm just saying, when the coach says you're on a pitch count because you've had injuries in the past, you don't necessarily have to wrestle him for every single duel.
This is a home duel that's like a big deal for them. This is a duel that they will that this is where you send him out. If this was at Carver, I'd be more inclined to believe that they wouldn't send him out.
All I'm saying is don't be surprised when he doesn't wrestle this weekend.
I'm very confident that he will.
Okay.
I kind of agree with Jack.
You two always agree.
Not always. I take your side a lot.
Well, I'm gonna pick Endine. And even if they do wrestle, I think Endine has shown that he's got that dog in him, and he could potentially pull off the upset.
I don't like Rocky Elam. I don't think he's going to do great this year. So I also think it's funny because you're secretly an Iowa State fan. So I'm like, I'm going to pick against him.
You guys are the worst.
In cahoots.
We just talked up Endine so much the other video, like,
And I've been saying how good Elam has looked this year and how well he's going
Against
to do.
Noah.
this year, who's he wrestled against? Nick Nosler?
In the same breath where you're like, oh, Elam's look great. And I'm like, oh, well, Connor Mirasola has pinned, ranked guys. You're like, yeah, but he wasn't All-American. And you're like, okay, well, Rocky Elam had a 7-3 win over the guy that's ranked 207th. And I'm like, well, again, Connor Mirasola attacked the guy that's ranked 20th. And you're like, I just don't see it. So
Elam is going to win the match.
All right. I hope we see the match. That's all I'm going to say.
But if he does, it'll be like when Luke lost to Nate Desmond. That's how you'll feel.
And I don't want this to happen, but I just want to see your reaction if Rocky Elam wrestles and injury defaults out of the match.
The injury default. Don't wish that on him.
I don't. I take it back. I'm picking Endine for 3, which would put it, 18? No.
It already
19,
was 18.
20,
I
21.
would say it's going to be 18-12 now.
Okay.
I'll go if it's a Lamb, I'll go with a Lamb. How about that?
Okay.
But if I don't expect it to be, and if it's somebody else, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a major for Massimo.
But Massimo's majored no one.
Till this week.
It's not gonna happen.
All right. Well, you got your wish. 18-12. Last weight. Ben Keeter, Younger.
Yanger's definitely gonna beat him.
Yeah,
Younger beat him last year 7-2 in the duel.
and then Ben Keeter's gonna outplace him at nationals.
That doesn't qualify.
He'll do it again. It'll be 2 years in a row.
You can't qualify last season when Younger didn't even wrestle at nationals because he didn't wrestle the rest of the season.
It sounds like he didn't even qualify for nationals.
It's hard to qualify when you're taking an injury red shirt.
Well, all I'm saying is somebody showed up and it wasn't Younger. So I see Younger winning the match, but then losing and not placing as high at nationals.
I see Younger winning the match and placing higher than Ben Keeter.
What do you think the score is?
I think Younger will win very similarly, like 6-2, 5-2.
Yeah, he'll probably get a couple takedowns.
I mean, I don't know. Dayton Pitzer looked pretty good when he wrestled against Ben Keeter. I don't know. I just
You talking up Dayton Pitzer?
I was like, I just don't think. I'm kind of like, oh, maybe Ben Keeter can get it done, and I just don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen either.
He'll probably keep it close, but
Pitzer closed the gap from 5-1 to 2-0.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that would put it at what, 18-15, Iowa?
Yeah.
I see it as more 21-12. I don't think it's going to be at that close, but yeah, I mean,
Iowa State needs everything to go right, they'll still lose.
Yeah, I feel like we said that the same thing last year. 2 years ago, I feel like Iowa State had it in the bag and they blew it.
Oh, they masterfully blew that.
Yeah, but this
Then
one
again, if Iowa State pulls off a pin upset somewhere, then maybe they could actually pull it off. But they're not
that's
going.
a big ask. Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see it, but they just always muffle this. So
So drop your comments down below. What do you think about the CYHAWK duel? Who's going to win? What's the score going to be? Any upsets that you predict? Is Dean Peterson that dog? Is Amasima Endine that dog? Will Rocky Elam wrestle? These are the questions that we need answered. And if you want to be featured on the show, leave us an audio message at www.speakpipe.com/cactus wrestling. You can leave us an audio message and we'll play it on the show. Until next time.
and
Yeah.
the CYHAWK duel is this Sunday.
This Sunday. Check it out.
Gobble
Until
gobble.
next time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving from your Cactus family.
From your friendly neighborhood
Cactus.
Thanks for watching. We are Cactus Wrestling, and we'll see you next time on our next video.